There's been an increase in the number of households in the United States that have children living in them and senior citizens. It's important to study multi-generational households, both because there's been this increase in the number of them, and also because it has real implications for the well-being of senior citizens. I'm Lara Shore-Sheppard. I'm an economist at Williams College. I study the social safety net in the United States, in particular its focus on children and its operations and its successes and its failures. This year, while I'm working at the Russell Sage Foundation, I'm focusing on trying to answer the question of why there has been this increase in households with children and older citizens, and trying in particular to focus on the question of whether the social safety net has anything to do with that change, and to think about how the social safety net is interacting with other factors like the unemployment rate, other macroeconomic conditions, and other social factors like female incarceration and drug abuse issues that are arising, to see how these things interact to contain or to explain the rise in intergenerational household living. In addition, I'm trying to think about the implications of this change in household living circumstances for the senior citizens. What are the implications for them over the long term of having this child as part of their household, and thinking about physical, mental health, and thinking about retirement savings and the implications for sort of long-term impacts on the older generation. Older Americans are a large and growing share of the population, and there's a lot of concern about whether Social Security will be able to support such a large population going forward, and a lot of concern about retirement behavior and savings among this important part of the population. So focusing on the question of the role that multi-generational or skip-generational household living might have on this large fraction of the population is an important one to understand. One reason is that we want to think about what the impact is for this large number of older adults. In particular, how are they coping with increases in potentially challenging situations involving having children in the household at a time when they wouldn't ordinarily expect to have a child in the household? How is it affecting their retirement savings? How is it affecting their physical and mental health going forward? These are all important questions because there's a lot of people involved, a lot of older Americans who are dealing with this challenge that they weren't expecting to deal with today. This year at the Russell Sage Foundation is a wonderful opportunity to have time to do nothing but research and interact with other scholars who are working on very similar projects. It is just so exciting to have this opportunity because there are very, very few grants or visiting scholarships that have this feature where you can work on your research with essentially no requirements for anything but interacting with others and being productive. It's just an amazing opportunity.